We are in a 40 as far as I'm aware. Well, we're in a national speed limit, but for us it's 40. I guarantee there'll be a camera van sat around here. Anyway, I forgot to introduce us, didn't I? Greetings, good afternoon, me old Sporodactyls, Dinkles and Popty Pings, and how the devil are you? I hope you're well. I should have said that at the start of the video. Maybe this guy will flash me if I tell me the same thing. No, he's not. Yeah, a truck flashed me before, put his thumb down, telling me there's a speed mobile camera van somewhere. I mean, it might be 10 miles down here, but he's just giving me advance warning, I don't know. But we're in open speed limit, but for us it's 40 mile an hour because we're in Scotland. So as long as we're sticking to speed limit, we're alright, with no bother. I'm not doing 40. Gets onto you, this sat nav, when you go 41 sometimes. It's easy to creep up to 41 though. Get some grand scenery and views down here now. So why that truck was flashing us from up there, I've no idea. There will be a camera van further down, but sometimes they flash you from about 6 miles away. Aye, there's another one. So there is a camera van. The first truck before was telling us that was about 4 miles away, 3-4 miles away. I mean, we just stick to speed limit anyway, so we can't 40. Alright. It is a 40 for us, it's open speed limit, single track road, it's 40 for us. Even this is confusing now, this is a crawler lane. It's still 40 for us on here. I guarantee camera van will be sat round on bottom. When we come up this hill now, we'll start dropping down and camera van will be perfectly placed at bottom, just for catch you coming downhill too fast. They'll always catch somebody. So coming back into single file, thank you sir. Windmills. It'll be sat down at the bottom of this hill in a minute, right? Yeah. mindful, we're just creeping up to 42 again here. And the trouble is, wherever they're sat, they'll be able to get you from about a mile away, do you know what I mean? They'd probably be up here, facing down. Yeah, there it is, there it is. There it is. It's facing down, perfectly positioned on that corner, so as you come round that corner, if you're going too fast, it's got you. Cash revenue. It's a cash cow. This is where it starts getting zigzaggy now. Stunning views, but half a day out with the Undertaker if you mess up. Back him off, we're just creeping up a little touch. Right, there's two trailers there, one in either lay-by, just been dropped left. Easy for anybody to just come up with a unit to just hook up to them and get away. Don't know what's in back of them. Hopefully they're empty. I imagine they will be. But still, it'd be a few £1,000s for a trailer. You know what I mean? Easy for somebody to nick. Speed camera, perfectly positioned as you're coming downhill too fast. Do you know what I mean? They always position them on the hills perfectly. Cash revenues. That was the speed camera disapproving of me. Comments. We want the A697. Whoa, lad. I did not know where he came from then. There's two cars behind me. I didn't see any motorbike. It just comes like a bat out of hell from nowhere.
Prepare to turn left at the roundabout after half a mile.
The A697 we want for Coldstream. Coldstream Guards. So I think he's going to be this roundabout, actually. Yeah, it is. 697. There you go. A697 Coldstream. So mirrors. Just start backing him off. Signals on.
Turn left at the roundabout, taking the first exit.
Nothing coming right roundabout, straight round. Just mindful we don't cut this curb. Mirrors. Curve frame mill. This is called. Still in a 40.
You are over the speed limit.
I'm doing bang on 40. National speed limit, but for us it's 40 mile an hour. Still. Just mindful, there's two cars come with us, same two cars off that roundabout. Coming towards us. Be a big JCB digger or something on his back. Oh, it's Yankees. I think I knew who that was. I think it was a lad called Stewart. His hand up and waved. He probably thinks I'm flashing him for a speed camera van. I'm sure I knew who it was. There's two I know. There's one called Bob. I'm nowhere near White Man. Give over. There's one called Bob and a lad called Stuart, both from out of Penrith. Road conditions are dry, it's clear ahead, it's a lovely day. I can see all along this road. It does bend round a little bit, but I can see straight forward that there's nothing coming. Behind's coming for overtakers. Truck coming towards us, right bend at top. Car coming towards us, indicator on, ready for turning. It's going to turn, back him off. That's convinced I'm going over a white line, I'm nowhere near it. But it does get you sometimes on the near side as well, on passenger side. Mirrors. Sometimes you can come right across white line, it doesn't do anything. You just touch on it, and some other times, and it's turns into fog on at QE2. Mirrors. Again. There's a couple of puddles about. It's been raining here recently. The road's dried out. There's still patches. Mindful, there's a tractor coming out to the right here. I can just see it. There's obviously a gate. It's just going to poke its nose out now. He's just turning round at field. He's on edge at field, anyway. That a horse. Oh, there's a fire engine joined us. It's no lights on it, so it's off. It's not on blue lights. It's just come up. There's now 3 behind us. They're all spaced out, there's no big queue. Just a nice steady flow of traffic behind us at reasonable gaps. Nobody trying to push us on, you know. There's another speed camera somewhere. There's the lines for it. There it is, on the right hand side. Another one strategically placed to catch people coming the opposite direction, and it's a bit of a hill. They know full well that they'll pick up an extra few miles an hour, and they'll have them. Shocking. We're going to continue straight on now on the 697 towards Coldstream. We'll get through to the side of Coldstream and then we'll switch this off and we'll crack on, because I need to get on now and get this next load on. I don't know what time it's booked in for tomorrow, but I've got to get this on and make my way as far down to Yorkshire as I can, get nearer towards where I need to be tomorrow, and then more than likely it'll be back up to Concrete Hula Hoop Factory, load up for Monday and then run home. Be loading for Scotland again Monday morning probably. I could be wrong, but That's kind of the way it works here. You pick up something, where I'm going now, run it down to Yorkshire, then head up to Concrete Toolery Factory, back load for Scotland. Some mirrors, there's a white car coming past me. Truck coming towards me, I'm just going to back it off here. Just let this thing get in. Fire engines now behind us. Them two cars have followed us for miles. They both just got impatient then and just come past us. Them two white cars have been following us for a good few miles. They've had umpteen opportunities to get past on straight roads. Just decided to go past me on a bit of a funny, awkward bend. We have Arctic coming towards them. Sticking it right, trying to chill, diddly diddly breaking bell. Hoochie coochie cooing again, a diddly to die today. Stinking rock, trying to chew. So mirrors, old Ben's right to the left. Picnic area ahead apparently. No gas, just gravity rolling us down here. Quite see what's coming round, some mirrors. Nothing coming. The fire engine and a nice steady line of traffic behind it, behind us. Signs out for S-bend. Or a sharp bend to the left. No zebra out. But mirrors. Fire engine's turned off. Don't know where that's going. Immediately nothing behind us now. There is a van and a few cars a good distance away now. Some mirrors. Coldstream we want, A697, Newcastle A1. So that van's now coming up behind us. 17 mile off Coldstream, we'll run you into Coldstream and then we'll call it a day. Or we'll run you through Coldstream. So I'll have crack on then. Signs out for temporary traffic lights, so we're expecting roadworks, mirrors down to 30. Lights are on red. So it might be tight going through here. You can already see traffic facing us in the queue. Or road working vans anyway. There's a car and a wagon further up coming towards us, I think. Time now is a 10 to 2. A stinking rotten shay. Just mindful as this truck comes through, it'll have extra big wide mirrors out. It's either a 7.5 tonne or a class 2 rigid. It's a 7.5 tonne, so we're just mindful of it. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, the mirrors stick right out because the body's wider than the cab. Yeah, so we're expecting our lights to change shortly. A lot of roadworks lately. Come on, that should be our key to go. Red light's gone off. Come on, lad. We don't know what's happening here. Two cars don't know what's going on. Lads more limit lights, you see. We don't know what's going on here. Fella there's more limit traffic lights and he's knocked signal off, so we don't know whether we're coming or going. Hello, Frank, you there? Are you on radio? I'm here, Dave. What's new? Frank, we had a red light on, it's gone off. What's happening, Frank? What's this big red wire do here? Oh, we've got amber. Hold on, Frank, we've got amber. Back on red again. I can't find green. So we've missed the light now. Hey there, Dave. I'm here, Frank. I'm still here, Frank. They're all looking at me. Harry's been on phone. He says, kick it. Give it a kick, Harry says. It works every time. Oh, righto, Frank. Righto. I'll try and kick it. I've only got my trainers on, though. I've not got my steel-toe captain boots on. So I do my heel. Meanwhile, everything... The lights are working perfect at bloody other side. Frankie there. I'm here, Dave. I'm just sat at van to the side at Cones with the one with flashing lights on top. You don't need to keep using radio over. You can shout me, I've got wind dropping. Frank, shall I just let them go? Come on, man. Right, Frank, you hold them there, I'll wave these lot through. We're stuck on red. I'll be at Lollipop, man. Right, oh, Dave. They're coming now, I can see them. Frank, you're only 2 yards away from me. You sat in this van at front here with flashing light on. A window wide open. Stealing a living, Frank, stealing a living. There's nobody doing any work. One man he's just brushing back of his trailer, Frank. Nobody's doing out. Aye, well, Dave, we're on double time. Don't worry about it. Push that red button again. Sodom. All right, Frank, will do. I wonder how that conversation was actually going then with Radio Man and his mate. So mindful, mirrors. This is Frankie, you know, just getting out of the van. That's Frank. that is Frank, he's getting radio. That was Frank. To the one with Dave. Frank and Dave, Frank and Beans. Frank and Beans, that's what it was. Frank and Beans on radio. Just keep pushing buttons, Dave. We didn't set traffic lights up. It's got bugger all to do with us, but we've all got high vises on, so they'll all start kicking off at us. Just keep pressing buttons and then just wave so many through. We'll be alright. and beans. Them's on. Laurel and Hardy hot traffic lights. Some mirrors, there's a wagon parked up on road here with hazards on. It's obviously delivering. Just mirrors, I'll just back him off ready in anticipation because we can't see at back of it and there is a bend. This is Hounslow. I don't know whether we're still in Scotland or we're in England, I don't know. Mirrors as we come through. I think we're in Scotland, we must be on borders. There's still bungalows around, so I don't think we've come into England just yet. I don't know.
You are over the speed limit.
41. I take it we're still in Scotland then. Been all over here when I was with Yankees. Chipper jobs are sending over here, like darting off into woods and stuff. All that lot's been felled, you see. All logs are there ready for collect. Mindful vans passing us. All that's been felled and all them logs are waiting to be collected. All brash has been chipped up. Done loads of these jobs. Bread and butter at Yankees, along with household waste and shite. So mindful mirrors, there's 2 cars and a little concrete mixer I think behind us. There's a red car I think will overtake us shortly. Lining itself up for it. Roads. We're sat at 40 mile an hour now doing the legal speed limit for a HGV in Scotland. We could quite easily sit comfortably at 50 on here. But you sat at 40, you get people impatient behind you. They'll sit behind you at 50 mile an hour. If you're doing 50, they'll sit behind you, not a problem. 40, they become impatient, they treat you like a tractor and they won't pass you. So they start doing silly moves to get past you, putting themselves in danger. Pile of stinking shite there in field at side. Oh yes, that's one pile of shite, alright. Ready for spreading. More logs here on the right. Actually, no, it's a big pile of rubble. There's been a building knocked down or something there. Mirrors, here comes red car now. There's a green one behind it. This will cause a domino effect. I'm just trying to get over so a green one can pass as well. 2 horses bolted there. Galloping on. There's now a little truck behind us. I think it's a cement mixer or something. Or a milk tanker, I don't know. I can't give me words out today. It's got its hazard plate down anyway, so it's a tanker of some form, I think. I don't know how long we've been rolling for. We must be coming up to easy 45 minutes. 2 cyclists coming towards us. Mirrors still with this little truck sat behind us. We'd expect him or her to pass us shortly as well. Car coming towards the 2 cyclists. Trying to keep over to the left so he can pass me safely. Speed cameras are there on this road at all? Everywhere you look there's speed cameras. So that Volvo now in front is about to make a dangerous manoeuvre here. It wants past that truck and it's putting its nose out trying to take it on blind bends. It's now coming up to a left hand bend and it's decided it wants to try and overtake it. Stupidity. Now sat right up the truck's arse. The truck's got its hazard plates down. Got its hazard plates down. Tanker. And the Volvo sat right up its arse, trying to push it forward. Now coming into a 20 zone. Some mirrors. We're stuck at the legal speed limit the entire way. This is green law, apparently. It's a 20 mile an hour zone, some mirrors. Mindful. The car's coming up behind us now, followed by 2 motorbikes. I'm going to have a mint. Some mirrors. Green law. I have been down this way before. I'm familiar with it. Mindful, traffic parked up on left. Busy built up area now coming through this village. I've been to a place called Duns, you go down there. I've come at it Duns from the A1. I've done chipper jobs down there with Yankees. Awfully tight. Awfully tight. There's a tight bend coming up as well further up here. Some mirrors. Just mindful, red car's seen what's coming, it's backing off for us. Technically we have got right away, but it's a learner as well. Just thank them, thank you. Van's pulling over for us. Thank the van. Mirrors, road bends round sharp to right. Still in a 20. Just nice wide swing here. Just back him off, just tickle him fettling. Just bring us round over towards the curb and back off again. It just brings us round inside that white line, you see. 10 mile off Coldstream. back into open speed limit now, so we'll up the gas.
You are over the speed limit.
Which for us is 40 mile an hour. I'd just come over 20 then when it said I'm over speed limit. It's 40 for us now. That Volvo's rocketed past that tanker. Crazy. Everybody's in a bloody hurry these days to get nowhere. It's a rat race. Truck coming towards us, mirrors. And again as it comes through. Zebra's out. Backing off, can't see what's coming round, you see. And it tightens. Coming out up there. We just keep following the 697, it'll take us all the way into where we need to be. 697 and A1 for Newcastle. We're not a million miles away, but we'll take you into Coldstream and then we'll call it a day. Because I need to get on then and get to this job. There's yet another speed camera. Bonny big lay-by though. That'd do nicely for spending neat. Please, Mr. Christian. Right, lovely long straight road now. There's a car still behind us in these two motorbikes. I'm expecting motorbikes. Car's coming first now. Followed swiftly by two motorbikes. They'll all take us now. Some mirrors. Just mindful, the road's bumpy. Second bike, there's also another car coming now as well, and then that'll be us with a clear road behind us and in front of us. Mirrors, van turning just up ahead, no bother. Beautiful scenery. Don't know what you can see. I'm getting paid for this. Signs out telling us there's staggered junction up ahead, right and left. There's somebody actually on right junction there. Some somebody on a bicycle just sat there. Next junction's on left. Spring Wells and blah de blah. I don't know what the other bit is. I think we're still in Scotland as far as I'm aware. I don't know. I don't actually know. I don't know where the border ends. We're definitely on Scottish borders now, right? I haven't seen a sign saying welcome to England, so I'm just assuming we're still at 40 miles an hour for national speed limit. In England it's 50. Kelso, Berwick. Miles to Berwick. Shut up with bloody thing. Nowhere near bastard white line. So we're 5 mile off Coldstream and then we'll end this video. I think we've crossed over into England, I really do. See how we get on. There's no sign telling you you're now in England. It all looks the same, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Signs out for a zebra. Bending round sharp to the right up ahead. Just back him off. Can't see what's coming round at us. The road's getting bumpy again. It's where they've done road workings and just patched it, you see. It throws you off out of kilter. There's a white car coming down over the edges. It's going to start sweeping around this bend up ahead. It'll be on us shortly. There we go. Where is it? It comes through. Apart from taking a one wrong turning on the previous video at the end of the previous video, and I should have come off left, signposted A1, and then come off the 68 to Jedburgh, I ended up coming off and didn't know where I was and had to turn back. Other than that, it's been pretty much a smooth, uneventful drive so far. And I've got the 2 videos out of it, you see. It's telling us there's yet another speed camera approaching. Right hand side, see? We probably are still in Scotland, there's that many speed cameras about. We can't be so far off Coldstream now. No. Bending round up ahead, there's a zebra out, some mirrors. There's no behind us at all now. Nothing but empty road space in front and behind and beautiful landscape scenery all around. Some random cottages that are just in the middle of nowhere. Like a farm building or something behind it. Whereas zebra's out, we're bending. Sharp to the right, lads, sharp to the right. Dodgy everywhere. Divots and bumps. Topsy-turvy. Downty, wounty, and weety, wooty, and whitey, blighty, twitey, and all that shit. Just mindful, there's a wall here tucked in these bushes. We're nowhere near it, but just mindful if we get thrown across on a bump on the crest of a wave, you know. Because there might be straight roads in England, but they're not bloody even, are they? They're all all shot, they're pissed. They're straight but not level. So mirrors. Approaching left hand bendy. We're coming into Coldstream now. The Coldstream Guards. Cha! Now 1 mile off Coldstream. So we'll run you through Coldstream and we'll pull up and we'll set her off to you. We'll crack back on with the rest of our day. I'll maybe join you tomorrow. Time now is 20 past 2. I could do with getting this load on and getting a couple of hours down the road towards Yorkshire. That way I'm handy for tipping in the morning. I'm pretty certain I'll be running into concrete hula hoop factory and putting rings on again for backup scotch. So if that's the case, I want to try and get tomorrow's load tipped off handy. There's another speed camera. I want to try and get tomorrow's load tipped off handy. And then, what's it call it? Get into concrete hula hoop factory, get loaded, because it's not taking me as long now strapping as it has been when I first started. The last thing you want is an awkward hula hoop load and you end up there about an hour and a half, 2 hours bloody strapping and faffing on. This is Coldstream. We are in a 30 but we're going nowhere near that. I think this is the right on the border now. Yeah, so if I can, I want to get sorted tomorrow, get reloaded. Well, it's just a case of dropping this trailer, picking another one up and strapping it. Mirrors. And then get back up the road and get home. But, having said that, I don't really mind because I'm actually getting paid by, for this job, I'm actually getting paid by the hour. Just coming into a 20. We are still in Scotland, then if it's a 20. We'll be right on border now. I'm actually getting paid by the hour, so I don't mind working late on a Friday, do you know what I mean? I enjoy the job. Whereas with Jenkies, it was pretty much salaried, so you could end up doing 71 hours a week and just getting paid same money. Whereas I'm paid by the hour now, so. Some mirrors. Coldstream. Looks alright, doesn't it? Very picturesque. So them lights are on red and there's also a car waiting to turn in if I can get a space in front of the post office. So mirrors, mindful of these pedestrians here. There's always a random Army and Navy shop in these little villages like this. There's always just one random Army and Navy shop selling uniforms and stuff with some Johnny Concrete what was out in woods of a weekend with a Rambo knife. Some mirrors coming across, cars backing off for us, we're committed. Motorbikes backing off. He's waiting turning petrol station. Yeah. Run by some Johnny Concrete. Johnny Concrete with a fetish for guns. Some mirrors. Terrible roads. Every road I go on in the UK at the moment has just been patched to death. They all need proper resurfacing, but then where do you start? We've had probably 20 years of underinvestment in the road network. So where do you actually start now to resurface everything? It costs billions.
Over the speed limit.
No, I'm doing 30 mile an hour. Right, so mirrors, just back him right off. We're going to come over a bridge here and just tightens, so just mirrors. Nice wide swing, just bring us round nicely within our white line. There's nothing coming towards us, but that's not the point. That's a lovely looking river. So we're going to try and find somewhere to pull in now. This looks like, no, I thought that was a lay-by, it's not. That's actually just a random curb. I thought it was a lay-by then. Hey, we're in England, lad. We were right up border. Right, we're in England now. We can up this bloody gas to 50 mile an hour finally. What a ball ache, sat at fucking 40 all the time, 30. Back to how it should be, 50 mile an hour. However, signs out for a zebra, so we'll just back him off.
Prepare to enter the roundabout after half a mile.
We are also coming into a 30 as well.
Far over the speed
I'm not
limit.
over the speed limit, I'm doing 30, button it me. This is Cornhill. So we're going to go sharp round to the left here. Following signs now for Morpeth. Oh, Walk Forest. I've been there. I've come out there too. I've come out to there. And I went on a chipper job once at Walk in Tarse end of nowhere, I tell you. Tarse end of nowhere, lad. Good crack though. Walk Forest. It goes on for absolute miles upon miles upon miles upon miles. So we're going to go right at this roundabout, continuing on for the
Enter the roundabout, take the second
for
exit.
Morpeth. We don't want Berwick. We're going right at the roundabout for Morpeth.
Take the second
That's
exit.
trying to take us onto the 698, and it'll take us back to the. That'll take us back to the what's it call it? Sat-nav doesn't know where it's going. That sat-nav will try and take us back onto A1.
You are over the speed limit.
Get out. I'm not. You don't know what you're talking about, woman. Right, so I do need to find somewhere to pull him in now and end this video. We've probably gone on for about an hour. This road I'm on now, the 697, will take us all the way back to where I need to be. However, it does type. Ah, no, I can't get it in there. Zebra's out. looking for, Wooler's where I'm going. I'm going to a place called Wooler. Straight down this road. You just follow this road now all the way down. Follow it signs for Morpeth. You'll come through Wooler. There you go, 12 miles to Wooler. I have been here before, you see. Quite a few times when I was with Yankees, but I've been here with this job as well. To a sawmill I'm going to. That sat nav starts trying to throw a wobbler because it doesn't know what it wants. Just mindful, this is a Yankees coming towards us. Log wagging by the looks of it. No, it's a low order. Went over wide for him. I think that was my mate Bob, I'm not sure. There's two of them I know, we've already seen one. There's Bob and Stuart, I'm sure that was Bob. Right, so I really do need somewhere to pull in now to stop this video. And then I've got to crack on. Can't take you into sight with me. There's a sign up here for parking for a lay-by, so this looks like a good enough place to pull in. And as I say, we'll crack on then with the rest of our day. Get this load on. So a quarter of a mile. This should be a lay-by. And there's summit in it, typical. Let's see if I can squeeze in off back of this thing. Might not be able to. There is a vehicle behind us as well. I'm not going to get in off back of this. I've no chance. I've not enough room getting off back of that. Come on with bloody thing. The exhaust brake was still clicked in. Sometimes it doesn't click off like you want it to. So you try and gas on again and it won't have it. Right, so we're going to have to look for the next lay-by, basically. Hopefully, there's space for us to put in it. There's always a random, you're out in arse end of nowhere like this, there's always a random truck just sat in a lay-by when you want one. You know what I mean? Mindfully, there's a tractor out just mowing grass on the left hand side. We're going to follow it round to the right even for 697 for Morpeth. Fucking hell, mindfully. Done a half bump, divot. There's not one road even, honestly. Because everywhere's just been patched to death, you see, so nothing's level. It just throws you all over the place like a bloody rag doll. Mindful, there's a vehicle behind me, it's a 4x4 type pickup type of car. It's powering on, I think he's going to walk past us shortly, but we're coming to a blind summit. Quite a few midges and moggies and big bugs and flies now getting suicidal and throwing themselves at our windscreen.
Prepared to turn left after half a mile.
So I seriously need to pull in now and let you go because we're coming towards Wooler and I can't take you into sight with it. That's a big no-no. I don't get off, you bloody thing. I don't get paid for showing you inside sites. My job is to get from A to B with product. I'm not over the speed limit, shut up!
After 1,000 feet, turn
It's just mental. This sat-nav's gone mental. It's just got absolute mental. It's trying to turn me left now down a B road towards Ford et al. The B6354. It's just mental. Doesn't know what it wants. Can't make its mind up. I know where I'm going.
Take the next left.
Shut up.
Calculate.
Yeah, whatever. It's because I didn't listen to it before. It's just started having a madden on me. It's no idea where it's going, that sat-nav. So they will, if you follow a sat-nav to the letter, they're a great bit of kit, don't get me wrong. They're a great bit of kit, and it's sometimes much easier than having to stop and get a map out. But if you follow that thing to the letter, sooner or later it will get you in trouble. But I always have a look at map first and Google Earth and that, and I know what road I need to be on. A68 A697 697 will take us all the way into where I'm going. That thing's no idea where it wants to take me. So if you're not sure of yourself and you've not bloody done your preparation beforehand and you follow that thing to the letter, you're going to get in shit. And one thing you don't want to be doing in one of these things is turning down a frigging road where you can't get back out of. Your job's fucked. Job's absolutely fucked then. Just mindful, just waiting with this car. It's still behind us. And also I'm looking for a lay-by. Not a million miles away from where I'm going now. Probably about 8 mile away. 10 at a push. I just hope it's not busy when I get in, but it is what it is. Some mirrors. Back him off a little touch. Six mile off Wooler. This is Millfield. Now coming into a 30. So I'm over the speed limit before, when that bloody thing was telling us I was over the speed limit. And I weren't. We were on open speed limit, which for us was 50 mile an hour. We are in England. Just mindful, however, coming through here, it does tighten. Bends round to the left as well. Just steady Eddie, just tickling and feckling him, you know. The Red Lion. Oh, it's open too, Red Lion. Just do me a pint in there. Not while I'm working. Maybe later when I finish. Hot day. Riding along in my automobile. Yeah, if I'd have followed that sat-nav then to letter, I'd probably be... I'm doing 30, shut up. If I'd have followed that sat-nav to letter then, I'd have probably been in a worldish pain right now. Back into open speed limit mirrors. Seriously, we need pump. I'll find the lay-by now, lad. Here we go, mirrors, here's the pickup coming past us now. I knew it would want an opportunity at some point. And I hope you've enjoyed these 2 videos. What's this? Bingo! Let's get him in here. No, it's a works access. Ah, bugger. It's a works access, we can't pull in there. I hope you've enjoyed these couple of videos. You know, I love driving trucks, mate. I really do. I've said it before on many occasions. I'm going to repeat myself again for the 300th time. I love driving trucks. I only wish I had done this 20 years ago. I really do. I came out of the army 20 years ago. And I feel as if I've wasted, out of them 20 years since I left the army, I feel as if I've wasted about, possibly about, I don't know, 14 of them. Yeah, I'd say I've wasted 14 years of the 20 before I realised what I actually wanted to do and what direction I wanted my life to go in. This has been an interesting journey in the last 20 years, don't get me wrong, and the 14 years have had their old twists and turns, but I would say about 6 years ago, well, I know for a fact 6 years ago my life took a turn for the better, because I moved from Wigan to Cumbria, and then 6 years ago I turned my life around and changed it. And then I set about, right, I've moved to Cumbria, now I want to better myself and I want to do X, Y, Z. So it was then a further 18 months to 2 years before I passed my test on these things, and I've been driving these for 4 years now. So yeah, I'd say out of in the 20 years since I left the army, I'd say I've wasted 14 years fucking about in the wrong jobs and with the wrong people. But life's a learning curve, innit? Yeah, I wish I'd have done this 20 years ago. But then again, you know, life kind of got in the way. I had to restart all over again when I come out of the army and pick myself up, and you know what I mean? I did go to Australia, that was a good crack. It didn't last, it didn't work out, but it was a great experience. Did a bit of shagging and all, I don't even bother. It's not all been doom and gloom. I've had some good times, I really have. I've had some great experiences. But hindsight's a wonderful thing, innit? You can't turn back the clock, you can only try and change the future. You know what I mean? You can only try and change your future and better yourself. You can't change your past. What's been and gone's done, isn't it? Some mirrors seriously need pull over now. Continuing on from Morpeth A697, there's not one frigging lay-by. That road there, that B road, leads you up to an awful chipper job what I've done with Yankees. There should be a garage, a car garage coming up on the left hand side down here, and if memory serves me right I can just pull in front of it, because as far as I know there's no more laybys now to where I need to be, and we're just coming in towards Wooler now. So if I can get in front of this garage, I'm just going to pull it in here and set her out here, because I really do need crack on, and I'm not taking, well, I can't take you on site, I wouldn't want to. Here we go, this is your garage here, I'm just going to throw it in on here, just pull it over, just for literally 30 seconds, because I don't think there's any more laybys now. I'll just pull it onto here a second, just mindful there's a heck of a pothole there. Right, I've been your old mate Borothea once again. You, my friend, have been beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you very, very much for watching. I'll see you later. There's the sign for Wooler, and I'm literally just at the other side of Wooler, and then I'm going into sight. See you later. Thanks a lot. Ta-ra now.